It is finally this magical time when we decorate our homes, bring Christmas trees and decorate them as well, come up with ideas for gifts for someone we care about, and celebrate the most wonderful time of the year, Christmas. Throughout December, there's always at least one movie coming out that is either dedicated to Christmas or that has this specific wholesome/family/warm vibe to it. In the closing weeks of 2023, we've got Wonka, a movie about the greatest chocolate maker in the whole world, but before he became famous, because this time around it's an origin story. So is it something that is worth spending your time on, especially right now during all this Christmas madness? For all of you Timothée Chalamet lovers who may be watching this video right now, it is crystal clear. Just turn me off, leave everything behind and go storm movie theaters. He is extremely adorable there, definitely worth your time. And for everyone else, you're watching The Cinema Resident, let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you all. My name is Willy Wonka.
After several long years of traveling and mastering his craft, young Willy Wonka comes to the city that is renowned for its chocolate with the goal of opening the greatest chocolate shop the world has ever seen, but quickly discovers that it is overwhelmingly hard to do because the business is being tightly held by the chocolate cartel, which is not willing to let any newcomers in. The story consists of Wonka dealing with a never-ending line of obstacles in his way, and it's only up to him to decide whether to give up on his dream or keep going no matter what. It emphasizes the idea of doing a thing you're truly passionate about and never stop dreaming big. Compared to 1971's Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory and 2005's remake Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, which also revolved around the idea of following your dreams, where the dream itself came true by pure luck, Wonka does it differently, saying that it is you and only you who makes your dream come true. We always tend to think that it is either too hard or even impossible to accomplish our goals, but the movie says every good thing in this world started with a dream, so you hold on to yours, meaning that with enough dedication and faith in yourself, you are truly unstoppable and every dream of yours will come true. The film is very dynamic due to song/dance sequences, with the lyrics being extremely catchy and the choreography well set. There's always something going on that doesn't let you get bored, not for a moment. It also reminded me of The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman, which has beautiful songs as well and was released around Christmas, so if you haven't watched it, then I highly recommend you doing so. I also highly recommend you press the like button if you're enjoying this video and subscribe to be notified when the next one comes out. Besides, by doing this, you're helping the channel grow faster so it reaches more people. So thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. The characters this movie has are pretty good. Everyone's unique in terms of their personality, goals, and passion, but the most memorable must be the girl whose real name is unknown and everyone calls her Noodle. She decides to help Willy with his dream, and together they form a great friendship and learn many new things from each other. She even has her own small but well-developed storyline, which is a nice touch. Almost all the actors did their job to the fullest. Olivia Colman is fantastic, and Hugh Grant being tiny and orange is the best thing ever. Yet there was one specific scene with a build-up of a truly dramatic moment that had a huge potential to make us tear up, which was blown completely due to how bad the acting was. It was this rare moment when you see this happening on screen and immediately think, come on, it should have been way more emotional, but not this shallow, unbelievable whatever it was. I have no idea how this ended up being in the final cut of the film without getting a reshoot to make it look more natural. I'll explain. When you watch a movie, you're getting fooled by its quote magic and consider it to be a story with real characters. But things like bad acting drag you out of this feeling, and you immediately realize that all the people on screen aren't characters but the actors who play them, and the surroundings are giant sets. That's why it is vitally important not to allow such stuff to happen, so the viewer keeps being invested in the story you're telling. And now it is time to talk about the main character himself. There were several portrayals of Willy Wonka throughout 52 years. Wonka played by Gene Wilder, Wonka with incredible sense of style and severe childhood trauma by Johnny Depp, Wonka by Jimmy Mr. B. No, let's not count him. And now a young extrovert Wonka played by Timothée Chalamet, who managed to bring to life a different version of the character that doesn't copy from any of the predecessors. In terms of looks, I'd say he's more like 1971, but the personality is drastically different, being extremely silly and naive but talented and resourceful at the same time. He's crazy about his craft, and this is the only thing he can do aside from magic tricks. He relies on the kindness of strangers, which on one hand doesn't do him any good most of the time, but on the other, if it weren't for his openness, he wouldn't have made any friends or found companions to support him along the way. His determination to follow his dreams serves as an example for the ones who have given up on theirs, igniting sparks of hope in their hearts. This Willy Wonka motivates you to hold really tight to the thing that sets your heart on fire, the thing you do with pure joy and full engagement. And of course, he reminds you to leave plenty of room for your dreams and imagination and never treat them like something silly. Wonka was directed by Paul King, who is responsible for Paddington, the first and the second, and this guy knows how to make a nice, cozy movie. It consists of warm colors, gorgeous locations that portray a fictional European town, good story, and people with adorable British accents. Like, what else do you need? I wouldn't say that it is a necessary cinema experience though. On the contrary, I feel like Wonka is going to be a fantastic addition to your Christmas movie collection that you watch annually at home. Do not understand me wrong here. I'm all in for you to check it out in theaters, but at the same time, missing it right now and watching it later with your friends and family, somewhere around next Christmas, is a great idea as well.
Every good thing in this world started with a dream. So you hold on to yours.
Watching Wonka was a delight. This is a type of film that lets you chill for 2 hours without thinking too much about the plot because it is really simple. However, being simple doesn't mean being shallow or silly. It is full of positive messages that need to be heard constantly. Just like the previous movies, it reminds you to never stop dreaming and believing in yourself, but it also adds that you are capable of overcoming every obstacle on the way to your success if you're truly dedicated to it. Checking Wonka out in cinemas is definitely going to be a blast. But if you feel like you'd rather watch it at your place, then it's a great idea as well. It is highly possible we'll be rewatching it annually during Christmas days because it's a perfect fit for this kind of occasion. So that was it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Check out my previous review of David Fincher's movie called The Killer if you feel like watching something dark and gritty right now. The movie is splendid. And stay tuned for more. Catch you guys very soon. Have a good one.